Critter Cove is a brand new fixer-upper life sim that just released into early access on Steam. It looks a little like My Time at Sandrock mixed with Animal Crossing, with its vibrant cartoon-style graphics and whimsical characters. After watching the trailer, I thought I had the game all figured out. You're in charge of fixing up your rundown house and crafting and fetching items for sugary sweet characters. Quite frankly, it looked like a kid's game that copied the typical life sim formula and added modern 3D graphics. But after playing Critter Cove, I'm embarrassed of my first impressions, because I was wrong. Critter Cove has some extraordinary features that kept me glued to the game, but these are easy to miss unless you know where to look. So if you're trying to decide whether to play Critter Cove, I'm going to share 7 things that make Critter Cove different, unique, and possibly worth your time and money. Probably my favorite difference between Critter Cove and other life sim games is the emphasis on the water throughout the gameplay. Critter Cove reminds me of Sea of Thieves, and I go absolutely bonkers for games with oceans and aquatic game mechanics. Critter Cove's developers worked hard to incorporate some very intricate water physics, and they're quite spectacular. You can swim, dive, scavenge shipwrecks for resources, marvel at the wildlife swimming all around you, and even craft aquatic planters, plop them in the ocean, and farm underwater. This singular feature actually sold me on the game, and I love it. So much of the gameplay revolves around being on or in the water, which is truly refreshing. The second difference is the iconic character creation tool provided in Critter Cove. I can't think of another game where I spent so much time completely engrossed in designing my character. It's a mix and match system where you can build remarkably creative human and animal characters with crazy features, colors, and patterns. It provides so much freedom of expression before the game even starts. Of course, so many options can be overwhelming and cause the player to worry about creating a character they feel is absolutely perfect, but thankfully players now have the ability to change their appearance using a mirror a bit later in the game. So if you want to start out as a human and later morph into a cat, fox, bird, or fish, you can. And this brings us to the third difference, character personalities. Some of the characters in Critter Cove will talk to you, and I love it. Of course, you'll find the normal and peppy characters with polite mannerisms, but others have some real grump, sass, and psychopathic traits to them. Pokey is one example of a sassy character whom you'll meet early on in the game. It's hilariously shocking the first time you're slapped with an insult because the cartoony art style makes you think it's geared towards children, but it's clearly not. Fourth is exploration. In many farming and life sims, you're isolated in your small town area and can't really experience what's beyond the horizon. But in Critter Cove, the world is pretty stinking massive. You can swim or boat to neighboring islands and meet characters, scavenge for treasures to bring back to your island, or enjoy some wild edibles. I'm not sure what kind of berries I found, but they sent me on a fabulous trip. It's an open world that you're free to explore whenever. No need to hire a dodo to teleport you to an island. You do the traveling. There are a few map areas and islands not available at launch, but the Critter Cove team plans to feature 10 islands in the game, and the map already has an exciting archipelago to explore. The fifth difference is decoration. Lots of sim games give you a house as your blank canvas to decorate, but Critter Cove expands this throughout the town. Remember, your job is to rebuild and rejuvenate Critter Cove to maximize revenue from the tourists. So adding lighting and decor and reopening shops to bump up the curb appeal is imperative. Along with your house, the town is yours to spruce up and refresh. Many of these decorations will need to be built, which brings us to crafting. Often you'll need to first deconstruct before you can construct. If you want to learn a crafting recipe, you'll need to use your tools and tear apart the dilapidated objects, such as lampposts and planters. And after doing this enough times, you'll learn the recipe to craft the new and improved version. Some other items are learned more rapidly through blueprints that are earned or discovered through exploration. One awesome quality of life feature Critter Cove includes for crafting is that materials are automatically pulled from your storage bins when you are building something, which saves you the time and hassle of going to fetch your resources before crafting. I love this feature. And finally, let's talk about sleep. There is a fluid day and night cycle, but unlike many sim games, Critter Cove has no stress-inducing curfew. If you want to stay up all night, you can, though it does get quite dark. Your stamina will eventually need to be replenished, but you can eat food or take naps of various lengths to regain energy. So although you can sleep, and the game is not real-time like Animal Crossing, the lack of a bedtime or penalty for working through the night provides a much more relaxing experience. So that's what makes Critter Cove different from other farming and life sim games. What I thought was just a surface level, decorate my house and fetch items for cute characters with annoying Disney level, constantly bubbly personalities game is actually a complex mixture of an expansive town to renovate and decorate, quirky, unpredictable characters, a gorgeous archipelago to explore at and below the surface with a huge emphasis on aquatic interaction, and quality of life perks such as having no curfew, accessing crafting inventory from anywhere, and a knock-it-out-of-the-park character customization engine that all combine to have a massive impact on the player's overall experience. Yeah, it's not what I expected when I judged this book by its cover. It's so much more. Hopefully you found this overview helpful in learning what Critter Cove is really about and what sets it apart from its competition. Let me know in the comments what you think about the game. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and I thank you for watching.